What is up, podheads? Back with another episode of the Patio Slay podcast. My name is Tony, joined, as always, by Anthony and Nate. And Nate and Anthony.
Who's on first? Who's on first? Who's going first?
Anthony, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It's a Nate line that I will use until we stop. The day we end this pod, I'll keep doing it, even beyond the
You'll
pod.
still be fantastic after we're done. I'd be sad, but okay.
I would be sad. And fantastic. I thought it was spectacular.
Yeah, I thought it was spectacular too.
Oh, shit.
Anthony, are you trying to tell us something? Are we done? Is this over? Is this the end of it?
Oh my God, dude. No, please. Why?
It's like the, was it Artie Lang? He's like, this is my last day. Wasn't there some drama with like him being his last pod or something?
Mm-hmm.
Artie's
last show.
Artie's had a lot of trauma. I love Artie Lang. I feel for the guy, but he's had a lot of drama in his life.
It's gonna be my last episode. Mic drop.
Peace. No, we're not done. We're back with more, and we'll be back with more next week because I know we have stuff in the can for after this one. So we're excited. It's been fun to do this every week, and this is another one that we say in the interview we didn't think we'd get ever, and now we're getting it because they had new music. Rufio.
And that is not a lie. Like on this podcast, we've had like 200 plus interviews. There's some bands that we just never, like truly never reached out to in the past because they were not active, right? Like, and when that happens, you don't know what's going on, right? Maybe they don't love it anymore. Maybe the band members moved on, all that stuff. So we just never asked. But like with this new EP coming out, we were like, now is the time. So,
I mean, didn't we manifest this thing in the first place?
Yeah, it's coming. We explained that in the conversation that it was our idea.
It's all us. Yeah, we did it. It's all us.
Real quick, if this is your first time listening to us, the next 45 minutes, the last 10 or so, we try to peer pressure a little bit, and we don't typically do that. So if this is your first time listening to us, that's the first time we've done that.
Yeah,
only because we were comfortable with them.
I know, right? Yeah, we're like, we call it nerds at the bar. Like, get to know. Oh, what's up, dude? Us three, like, we've known each other forever. Someone's coming up to the bar. Oh, you're in a band? Cool. Let's geek out a little bit. But yeah, the peer pressure thing, dude, that was after a few shots, maybe. I don't know what was going on there, but
6 fucking beers and you still can't ask.
Yeah, tour, man. Why the fuck wouldn't you tour? But no, we're all old, so I get it.
Yeah, but we're stoked. I mean, new Rufio EP. It came out Friday, right? We're posting this after it dropped, and it is a banger. It's an absolute banger. It's Rufio through and through. It's modern. It fits all the things you'd want out of them in 2026.
And that's the thing that like we understand because we're music geeks, but like 25 years have passed since the band started, like since Perhaps I Suppose came out, and a lot of things can change. Like bands sound different. Maybe they never continued playing and all that. This sounds like Rufio just kept playing the whole time. Like they just kept making music, and that's one of the coolest things. Like this is like we're all in our early 40s. If you were fans of them back then, you'll love this because it's them with modern production, I would say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think the only equivalent's like when we were talking about Hum, right? Like out of fucking nowhere. Oh shit. And it's just like you just never left, basically.
He never left. Still, he never left.
Rufio pulled that.
Beanie Siegel in the house. Also Rufio.
And we are not just saying that. The EP is awesome. Like it's out. Go listen to it. It's Double Helix, Double Felix put it out. We get that whole story of how that all came together. So if you want to hear that, it's coming in the next few minutes. And they re-record Dipshit too, which is kind of a separate thing, but that's a risk and they nail it, to re-record old stuff.
And Anthony said something that we're not just blowing smoke. We don't take stuff we don't want, and not tooting our own horn here. There's so much amazing music out there. We're going to take the stuff that we like because that's what we want to do. And we saw that Rufio had music out and we're like, let's get those guys in. And if it's on the show and we're putting it out, we like it. We dig it. There's a reason that we're talking to them. It's not just because we're trying to make money or trying to get spins or do any of that shit. We like the music and we want people to hear the music because we think it's awesome.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of you don't know who I am type in there maybe from us.
No, never. That's
not
Not a chance, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe in the group text, Nate, but nowhere else. Don't put that out to the world.
You don't know who you know me.
Definitely none of that.
We are not those guys.
If I was Clark though, with those shredding abilities, we had Clark and Taylor on.
Yep.
Clark lead guitar, Taylor bass, and they fucking nailed the new EP. Like I don't know. Are we gonna do like a best EPs of the year list at the end of the year?
We didn't even do a best of last year, so we might have to bring it back. And,
but that's a good.
This is going to be up there. This is certainly going to be up there.
No, I like the EP episode idea. All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right. Nate's already locked that in for early December, so we can drop it in late December. So keep your ears peeled for that, which means we're going till at least the end of the year. So we appreciate everybody checking us out. We are really happy that you're here to hear us talk to Taylor and Clark of Rufio. It's coming at you right now.
All right. We're here with Taylor and Clark from Rufio. Gentlemen, thanks for hanging with us tonight. We love this.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
So this question, I guess, is more for Clark, but Taylor, you probably know too. So Clark, how's your memory these days?
Honestly, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. All right. So
yeah.
I'm going to dial it back to the fall of 2003. So we're talking almost 23 years now.
Got it. Okay.
I saw you guys at a headlining gig in Massachusetts, upstairs Palladium.
Yep. With Motion City Soundtrack, Fall Out Boy, I think,
nice.
And maybe North Star.
This one was Motion City, North Star, and Over It. Remember them?
Oh, Over It. Okay, yep. Over It.
Yeah, we didn't get Fall Out Boy that one, but I know they played parts of that tour.
Yeah, Fall Out Boy did half of it, so that makes sense that they weren't on this part.
And that was upstairs Palladium, which has like a 600, 700 cap. Like if that gig happened now, it'd be 4,000 or 5,000 people probably.
I was gonna say arena. Yeah.
Arena. Wow.
I think that real room was like 1,000, right? Something.
It's close.
600s?
High hundreds. Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, if that gig was this year, just with everyone, I think it's like millennials now have a little money, and then now they'll go see a show. But I think that would draw like 3,000 or 4,000 all day.
Outside of the Palladium, yeah.
For Rufio, or you just
that lineup? Oh,
that lineup. Okay, I was gonna say not for us, but maybe if we had a strong opener.
Yeah, Rufio headlining would not draw that.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you headline that gig.
Yellow Card's playing Sheds, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think anything's possible.
Yeah, but Yellow. I mean, they were massive at some point.
Yeah. Well, don't sell yourself too short. You'd be downstairs at the Palladium anyways, right? I mean, that bill would absolutely be downstairs Palladium or outside.
Yeah, it's like I think it can hold like 10,000. So hey, maybe that's outside.
Is that in Worcester?
Yep.
Worcester, yeah.
That's
Worcester, right? It's spelled differently, but it's pronounced like that, right?
Yeah, it's like
pronounced
Worcester, but it's Worcester.
Yeah. Huh? I remember.
I only know that from my brother-in-law, who's from Boston. So.
Worcester, yeah.
That's sort of our neck of the woods. We're from Maine, so that's oftentimes if we get passed over, it's for Worcester, which we certainly understand. More people can go to shows there than they maybe Portland, Maine, but we've made the trek down there for many a show over the years.
Hey, that's awesome. That's the only state I've never been to.
Well,
it's time.
Change that, Clark.
It's time to come back.
I gotta go. I know. I need to go.
So you guys are back, and I'm sure we'll get into how back, but we're actually going to take credit for it, guys.
That sounds good.
Really? How's that?
It's all of us.
I'm not even going to qualify it. I'm not even going to say why I'm saying that. No, we last year we put like a post online that was like, "Hey, it's time. The world needs a Rufio reunion," and here it is.
You know what? I might have seen that.
It was on TikTok.
Then I definitely didn't see it. Never mind. I thought we were talking about an Instagram one, but yeah, I didn't see a TikTok one.
Ah, shit. So we can't take credit for it.
It wasn't just us then. Yeah, other people wanted a Rufio reunion, which makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the last album was 15 years ago, and we looked on concert archives, and you probably played like 10 shows over the last 10 years, maybe more, maybe less. Were you guys keeping in touch the whole time?
Yeah. We all have been in touch pretty much almost every day. Like we have a group text that we are constantly just talking shit about one thing or another on. Still hang out whenever we can. Obviously, we all have like regular lives, so we don't get to see each other as often as we would like to. And that kind of had a role in the process of this whole recording because we did it all remotely. But yeah, definitely, we've all stayed in touch, hanging out all the time as much as we can.
So with all that time, group text, are you guys also still technically off the radar, still a band? Like you guys are writing, you guys are hanging, you're getting studio time, or not studio time, like rehearsing, or is it just, hey, let's fucking do this? Okay.
No, just hanging out strictly as just buddies. Music wasn't even like a thought.
Wow, Red.
When did that change?
Well, we decided to do this EP in, it was like Friendsgiving.
December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
December. Or Friends Christmas, whatever it was. Scott had texted me like a couple days before we all were getting together and mentioned he might want to do this again, just this EP. And we brought it up to Clark, and when we hung out, and we kind of, at least me and Clark were sort of like, is this really going to happen? He brought it up this morning when we were doing this other interview that we actually made a bet, and I had totally forgotten about it. But Clark bet that we wouldn't do it. Because he didn't think it would actually follow through, and I said we would. So he owes me $100.
Nice.
I lost.
Nice.
Pay up, Venmo.
Venmo right now. Let's go.
What's funny though is I originally offered 1,000. Taylor said no. So his
Yeah.
loss.
Damn.
I'm not gonna take. Honestly, I'm not even gonna take his $100. I'm sure I owe him $100 for something anyway. So whatever.
I was just so confident. I was like, "There's no way this is gonna happen. No way." And I was
Yeah.
wrong.
And why is that? Why hard no?
We have in the past, attempted things here and there as a band, and they'll have some momentum in the beginning, and they just kind of fizzle off as life happens, I guess. So I just thought this would be another one of those.
All right. I thought it was like a Liam Gallagher or Axl Rose type, no fucking way type drama, but not even close.
No, not at all. It wasn't anything
Not
like,
even-
oh, I hate Scott, he's the worst. Not like that at all. It
No.
was more of like we'll see. We'll write a couple songs and then we'll just forget about it,
And like we actually did attempt to write some new songs maybe like 4 years ago or so. And kind of why Clark had that thought was because we attempted it before and it just kind of like stalled out. Like it just wasn't progressing as fast as we wanted it to, and just wasn't coming as easy. There was no like animosity or anything. It was just like Clark said, kind of fizzled out. So we were like, whatever. And we just kind of like shelved that idea. And then, yeah, Scott and I were texting about it randomly one night and he brought it up. So yeah, that's how it all came to be.
Well, because I know Scott has put out a ton of solo stuff. Like,
Right.
so how, like when you see that, are you like, oh fuck, I want to be part of that, or is it like,
Well, yeah, it's actually funny because when we attempted to do that Rufio stuff a few years ago, a few of those songs, I don't remember exactly how many, but at least two or three ended up being on that solo album. What was it called? Until It Hurts, whenever that one came out, like 22-ish, 23. So he ended up using some of those ideas for his solo stuff. And I actually gave him shit because he was sending me a demo of it. And one of the songs that we used for Rufio, he did the bass line differently or something. And I was like, oh, dude, you messed up. You should have done that part.
Dang, he didn't like your part. He changed it.
Yeah, he didn't like.
Scott owes you
spit in my
royalties,
face.
Taylor. That's what
He
you're
literally
getting at.
spit in my face.
He's like,
for changing me.
Yeah.
So he was like, you could play bass on this if you want to. I was like, well, fuck yeah, I will. So I ended up playing bass on almost all those songs for that Until It Hurts one. And that was a lot of fun too.
Well, didn't he have the album with the long name? It was like and something.
Yeah, that was the most recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one too.
So Scott, you just confirmed to us, Scott saw the TikTok. That's why this is happening. He saw Anthony's
Ooh,
TikTok.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scott
Thank
lives on TikTok. He's on it all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. All of us in our like 40s and 50s, we're all on TikTok all day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Got that
for
all
sure.
day to find restaurants or whatever it is.
Wait, who's 50 here, Tony?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers. Hopefully nobody.
Yeah, we're not that old.
You're probably similar age to us, so we're early 40s.
Yeah, same.
I didn't want my video because I look old in real life. Sorry.
There you go. The truth is coming out.
Exactly.
But like I totally relate to like stuff gets in the way, life gets in the way, work, kids, all that stuff can stop that, and it's not because you want it to stop. It's just the reality of life. But there was enough there to get it going again, and so when you finally decide you're going to, like, how does that feel? Like, what you're really like, we're doing this, we're putting an EP out. How did that feel?
I mean, to me, it felt great because it happened really fast. We had a couple songs within like maybe a month, and they were coming together great. That I thought, and it was a nice feeling to be so efficient and pump out these songs, and we weren't getting bored because there was always a new idea we were working on.
Yeah, the EP we'll get to in a second. It's awesome, by the way. We'll cut to the chase. Like we love it. I think it's it's you guys. It's modern. It's the production is awesome.
Yeah.
The solos are just fucking ridiculous. Like I would most bands slow down as they get older. You guys are like, nah, fuck it. Like
I mean, I would say tempo wise, they're a little slower because on 85 we had songs like in the 260s.
the worst is
Fine,
fast
yeah.
though, Clark. The
I don't
worst
think
is
we do that now.
The worst is the like stereotypical fast Rufio song for sure.
Yeah.
That one I remember even going to like play it again after we recorded it, and I had completely forgotten how fast it was. Like when it started, I was like, God damn, I'm way behind on this. This is faster than I remember, even just a month after having finished it.
We've heard this from other bands that either have come back or are just have been doing it a long time. It's like, oh man, we wrote some really fast shit back then. Like, why? Now it's a little harder to do that, but you're still doing it. Like maybe not to the same speed of 96 or whatever, but you're still staying true to the Rufio kind of vibe with some of the faster stuff. Is that like, are there conversations about that when you're making music now?
I think we discussed it. I remember Scott saying we needed a mid tempo "In My Eyes" song. Remember? And we're like,
Yeah,
no.
we kind of did, but we didn't like dwell on it too much because the number one goal going into the whole thing was just write whatever we felt like, and whatever was the best ideas were going to be the ones that we used, regardless of whether they were fast or slow, whatever.
So I gotta ask, like leading up to like the EP, are you guys keeping up with like the Rufio demand? We'll call it, like online.
Yeah, our TikToks.
Yeah,
We've
Yeah.
established this.
like were you in tune? Like, because I'll be honest with you, if I was you guys, I'd be looking at. I'm a geek. I'd be looking at Spotify monthly listeners. Like, what's the demand for us? All that shit.
I mean, I check all that stuff, but I don't know what to compare it to because the first time we did this, it was all record sales, So I don't even know what streaming means. Like, is 50,000 streams a lot? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would say 50,000 streams is a lot. And people look at, I think everybody is caught up in numbers, especially with it being just posted on the top of your profile on Spotify, which for better or for worse is there. I think sometimes it kind of sucks that it's there. But at the same time, like anytime you get anybody, 10, 15, 30 people to give a shit about what you're doing, let alone more than that, which you guys have, is a testament to what you're doing. So the record sales were a thing. Obviously, it's moved on to the streaming numbers, and if people are paying attention to you that way, but you people still give a shit, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, like you said, it's a different world. Like you're comparing it to tangible records. Now it's Spotify. What about? We've had a lot of bands on here that were off the radar for a while, came back based on, I don't know, some offers from festivals, both domestic and international, and that was just that's all it took. It's like, oh, cool, like we've already been hanging out, like you guys are already in a group text, throw some ideas around, dude, we can play this fucking festival in Australia. Why wouldn't we do that? Anything like that come about?
I mean, I
No.
know Scott's gotten
Yeah.
offers in the past, and
Yeah.
he's always just said no.
Okay.
So this time around, that wasn't a motivation at all. No.
Interesting. Yeah, because obviously that's because of the Rufio, name brand, right? So they're still associated. So the fact that he's turning it down is well, in my mind, crazy. But
In my eyes,
in my eyes,
I don't know if we're necessarily motivated by money. Not that those other bands are, but I'm just saying, like, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, let's play this show so you can get paid. Like, you know what I mean? So we're not really concerned too much about that.
yeah, no, because like I don't know, I'm not gonna name names, but I know there are bands like the bag was too big to decline. Like you know
there's
what I mean?
no reason why you should decline. So I get that.
Yeah.
If they're offering it you, why wouldn't you do it? It's like one day of your life.
Yeah, but like if you can't, you can't too, or it's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
about that for you. If it's not about that for you, and it was never about that for you, then why? I see both sides of it, I guess. As somebody
Yeah.
who wants to be pure about art, I see both sides of it. But I also get like it's a hard world out there, and if someone's gonna give you
Yeah.
some money, to do
I mean,
something
I'm
to
just
play
not-
shows.
Like I'm just not judging those bands that do it just for the money. That's a great reason. You know what I mean?
I'd take it in a heartbeat. I'm right there
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
I think the last time we actually did play was for a festival. Wasn't it Clark in
Yeah, it was
Canada?
the Montebello
Yeah.
Montebello Rock Festival in Canada.
And so I know we have gotten offers since then, like Clark said, but back then that was like 2015, like I said, I think, and it was just it was a lot easier to do that. 11 years ago now, a lot has changed in 11 years
So much.
as far as
Yeah.
life goes.
Yeah. When house is worth 100,000, not $1 million.
Exactly.
I think it's such a power move to decline that stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's such a power move, and I think it actually enhances the legacy of Rufio. Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah. I could get that.
I mean, as a fan, if you're not into it, even watching the show, we would know. We'd be like, "This is fucking a cash grab. This sucks." Like, so it's better to stick to your roots anyway, because we would fucking see it. We'd see through it anyway. Our fans would, I think. You know.
Yeah.
So props to that.
Yeah, because you can tell, huh? For sure.
100% every time.
So From the Outside comes out August 7th. It might be out by the time this episode comes out, but was it hard jumping back into the creative side?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so either.
Right on.
No, I mean, Clark actually surprised me, and I would say Scott too, with some of the stuff that he was sending us in the Dropbox folder. I know like the title track From the Outside was actually from a riff that Clark had dropped, and Scott had sort of taken it, turned it into a full song idea. And like I was only around for anybody out there. I wasn't there for the previous albums. From what I've talked about with them and what I've heard is that Clark, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Clark, but he wasn't necessarily he didn't really contribute a whole lot of like main song ideas. So that I think was a little bit different this time around.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It was definitely more of a John Scott thing back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited for people to hear the new EP. We've heard it. It's awesome. It's out now. Probably I think this is going to come out the Monday after it drops. So if you haven't spun it all weekend and now you're listening to this, go back and spin it. It's really fucking good. And it's like it's fuller, but it's still got the Rufio sound. It's almost like it's hard to explain, but it's like not graduated because you're still you, but you're here. It's 2026 Rufio. It's fresh. It doesn't sound like you're retreading old ground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I also think a really big part of that was Sam, who mixed it, and he has such a modern style, and he just brought it to life. It sounds amazing because of him.
How much input do you guys have in that process?
So I was talking to Sam originally through emails, and then once I started working on the project, I said, "Hey Sam, you need to talk to Scott about this because when you guys start nerding out on levels and all that, I don't know anything about that." So Scott and him were like texting about, "Oh, can you bring this up? Can you, like all that kind of nerdy stuff." So I think a strong influence, but it was still Sam's style of mixing where he was able to do it the way he wanted to,
Yeah, it was really Sam's whole mixing style. And I mean, as far as the input we had was really pretty minimal, just like, oh, can you tweak this guitar level up on this one spot here? Like nothing major at all.
How does Double Felix get involved there?
They did that Scott solo album that Anthony brought up, the one and
right on.
and one. So that's how we got connected with them. And yeah, they've been awesome to work with. Total game changer, because it would not be fun having to do all this.
I mean there's so many things.
Stuff. Yeah, there's just so much shit.
So many things that we don't know or couldn't do without them, like marketing and artwork and all that stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it before. The song From the Outside definitely stand out. The worst is definitely a standout in that fucking solo at the end. Is that you, Clark?
It is, yeah.
Dude, calm down. What are you doing? Can you play that live? I mean, come on.
I mean, the original take was not a solo. It was just me playing something like some ditty or whatever. And Scott goes, "Scott, you should solo there." And I was like, "Oh, I get to solo? Oh, this will be fun." And so it was like, cool. So that just kind of happened.
You cook on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I only had like four bars, so like I didn't have much time to do it. You know what I mean? It was like all or nothing. You have 3 seconds.
So are you playing guitar this whole, like all these years? Like as the band is kind of, quiet, are you still playing guitar behind the scenes or?
Yes and no. I think I go through phases. There are times when like I might play once a year.
Yes.
Well, not really, because there are times when like I'm doing other things and I don't pick it up at all. But then leading up to this, I was playing a lot to try to get warmed up, I guess.
Well, I mean, once a shredder, always a shredder. You know what I mean? If you could do it then, you could do it now.
I mean, you hear a song and go, I want to learn that song because you love the guitar so much. So you like play it for that reason. But there's no like, I'm going to sit in my bedroom and play 4 hours a day like I did when I was a kid,
Yeah, well, you etch that into your brain back then. So you could take 6 months off if you wanted to, pick it up and still, knock off a little rust and get right back into it.
I mean, yes and no. We were practicing. What was I doing? I was trying to play Above Me all the way through, and my shoulders hurt afterwards, which was weird. Why do my shoulders hurt? Is that just age?
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say I know why your shoulders hurt.
But it's like I'm not using my shoulders. I don't think I am. But I guess I am.
Yeah. It's so much easier when we're 20. Everything was so much easier.
100%.
It's an important question for us because none of us play any instruments. I mean, we've all dabbled, trumpet, drums. Twan, you played bass. Tony, like we've all done shit. It's not like I was a pro like croquet player and just I can just fucking nail it again, no problem. Like you obviously have it, which is sick.
Thanks.
Yeah, like you can just fucking. I mean, I think it's cool. Like I wouldn't be able to pick up a guitar or like I said, croquet set and just knock it out of the park.
I mean, that's what you're hearing. I mean, really though, it takes me thousands of takes all the time. So it's like it's not perfect. It's not pretty sometimes.
All right,
Yeah.
you're human. Cool. It's good to know.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. Like you could take time off from playing, and like I've done that too, where I don't play bass or guitar for a while, and then pick it up. And yeah, you could still play because you've been doing it for so long. But can you play it clean, and can you play it at the right tempo and all that stuff? Like that stuff, you can get rusty. At least I can. Scott probably could not play guitar for 10 years and pick it up and just shred again because he's crazy
for
like
sure.
that.
Because he's extremely annoying. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that was always kind of the secret sauce with Rufio. Like we were talking about it a couple days ago, where it's like bands that instrumentation wise sounded like Rufio did not vocally sound like Rufio, and vice versa, right? Bands that vocally sounded like Scott did not shred. You know what I mean? And that was, that and the harmonies and all that, and the all that stuff, but in the melodies. But that to me, that was always like the differentiator with Rufio.
Yeah, I could see that.
I completely agree. I know, Anthony, we were talking about this either last night or the night before we were prepping to talk to you guys. It's like there are bands that have tried to do that too since, and it's just not the same. And it's cool that you fit in a world, but also fit in another world because you can do both.
I see what you're saying. Like it's melodic enough. So like some techie bands you're saying don't have the same kind of vocals. Is that what you mean?
100%.
That and some you can't sing the way that Scott does and also play the way that you guys play. Like that marriage doesn't typically happen in the scene that you guys come from.
I see.
Unless you could think of somebody. I can't think of anybody.
I was just trying to think of someone right now. I can't off the top of my head.
There's that band Settle Your Scores. Do you guys know that band?
Just know the name. Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty techy, and the vocals are good. I mean, I like it.
Maybe Strung Out. Would you guys think Strung Out is similar?
I would say Strung Out, but
Jason doesn't play guitar.
Jason doesn't play guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's I
like
guess
a
in
cheat
the sound. Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of bands that I could rattle off right now, but they're not like it's like one original member type stuff, So it's not the same. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be. I don't know. It doesn't hold up for that reason, right? It has to be at least like most of the lineup. Otherwise, it's just a cover band.
or people who have been in the band, for more than a minute.
Exactly.
You've been 16 years now, Taylor? Longer than that, maybe right around there.
Yeah, I joined in like 2009, I think.
So
it was right before anybody out there. So yeah, something like that.
There's a lived in with that too that you kind of need, I think, to create with people.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, I think that you can kind of tell when it's not that.
Yeah.
So it's also the 25-year anniversary of Perhaps I Suppose. You guys re-record Dipshit, which is all like to re-record anything is a fucking risk. How does that happen? Because like there's one day where you're not re-recording Dipshit. There's another day where you are. Like what was the turning point?
We discussed the EP, and I had suggested doing that song as part of the EP, and Scott was like, whatever. And I think Taylor was kind of into it, but not 100%, right?
Yeah, I was like on the fence. I didn't really love the idea of going back and doing something old for a release of new music, but
yeah. And then the Double Helix guys were like, "Oh, you should redo that song." And then we're like, "Oh, it's a sign. We have to redo that song now," because they felt the same way.
Yeah, before Jeff and Josh and everyone suggested doing that, I was like, "I'll do it if you guys want to," but it's not really what I would choose. And originally, I think we were going to make it like 6 songs instead of 5. But then I think we had the better idea of let's just release it on its own so that it could be its own thing and the EP could stand by itself as something new.
That's right.
Well, that's a 2026 thing, right? Like you couldn't have done that 15 years ago because it would have all had to come out together, probably on the EP, maybe as the last track or the first
like
track,
as a
and
physical, as a physical copy of
100%,
something. Yeah.
and now you can. Oh, hey, here's the song. We're back. EP's coming soon, and we recorded Dipshit. Like, check this out. It's a whole different world than what you guys were coming from.
Yeah, I think it worked out because the Dipshit re-recording kind of acted as like a little teaser precursor to the EP, which was cool.
Yeah, it's so common when bands do that. And I'm guilty of this. I'll listen to it and be like, fuck off. Like, give me the original. I did not do that, guys. Like, I think I might prefer the new one.
Well, I would hope so. The original is so, well, I'll let Clark chime in on that. But
with this nostalgic connection that everyone has.
Sure. But like without that connection, it's horrible.
Right.
You guys are all blinded by your emotions.
I know.
But yeah, that's
it
a
is
nostalgia
noticeable.
thing. Yeah.
It's just not clean, you know? It just sounds really sloppy.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh man, that song was just so rough. So that was why we wanted to redo it.
I will say this, guys, and I'll say it because we're friends now. When I listen back to perhaps one slow dance when it came in, I was like, oh, I don't remember. So if you're going to re-record a song, re-record that.
That one, really?
Yeah, I think just the sound. Like, I mean, like we're so spoiled with the production now and how full it sounds. Like the new stuff sounds incredible.
Like it was recorded in 2001.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing too, right? Like you're still like people fell in love with the band then, right? Like that was kind of the tent pole that was like, wow, people pay attention, people are into this. You probably had some before that, but that was where like guys like us on the other side of the country were like, cool, this is a band that I'm into. And to have all the bells and whistles you can play with today in comparison and way easier nowadays, like you can do stuff from home, you can do stuff on the road, like you can do stuff pretty much anywhere. Could not do that back then. So it's like you said, it's a crazy dichotomy. I know that's a word that Nate loves to use, dichotomy of what the world was back then, and now you're re-entering kind of the creative space with all these brand new toys to play with.
Yeah, it's crazy because like what you're talking about and what I was mentioning earlier, we recorded all this remotely at our houses, and we didn't pay tens of thousands of dollars for studio time or anything like that, and produced it ourselves. And I think, again, Sam mixing it is the biggest part of why it sounds as good as it does. But I think that this is the best like audio quality, like best overall sound Rufio recording that we've done. And it was all done in our garages and stuff, you know, like without huge budgets of a studio.
It sounds far superior over.
It's just crazy what you can do with very little now.
So Clark, I got to ask, how do you look back at perhaps? We're 25. Think about that, guys. 25 years out. How do you look back at it?
I mean, honestly, or am I supposed to give like a...
Well, say what you feel, man.
Honest.
Yeah,
say what you said when I asked you about it when we were hanging out a couple weeks ago.
In my honest opinion, like it's so sloppy, and my guitar playing is so bad, and the fact that people listen to it and go, "Oh man, you're so good," I just think, where do you get that from? It's like the tempos are all over the place. My right hand, left hand, they never play at the same time. It seems they're always off from each other. And Mike Jimenez, great drummer, no diss on Mike, but we didn't play to a click, so his tempos are everywhere too. But also because we were young. I mean, I was 16, he was 17, so we don't know how to play to a click at that age. You know, like I'm like, a click. What does that even mean? I hear the tapping, but I can't play to it. You know, I don't understand it, I guess. So like when I hear it, I just go, oh man, that sounds horrible. But at the same time, I also think, well, I was a kid. It like brought us to this point, and you know, I shouldn't be that ashamed of it. But I honestly can't listen to it.
Here's the thing, Clark, though. If you get tracks, you get tracks. Like the open mic guy playing Wonderwall, like that's still Wonderwall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
I think Clark is holding, perhaps I suppose, to today's standard, today's Clark and not really taking into account the fact that when we all heard that and when they recorded it, they were like 16, 17 years old. And to a 16 or 17-year-old, that did sound like fucking incredible, those riffs and
Right.
stuff. I know I heard it and I was like, I can't play that, you know?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like Jackson from Slick Shoes, I think he was like 19, you know, he was barely older, and his albums sound clean. Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Or like,
I know
Jake from
something.
Strung Out is fairly older, you know, and they all the guys play clean. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, Clark, here's something that'll make you feel better. My favorite Green Day records are obviously Dookie, Insomniac, but Slappy Hours is in the top 3, and that's the band like fucking like you're saying, loose, out of tune, fucking record. The production sucks, you know. So it doesn't have to be like a mint record. It's just the band being authentic. If anything, it kind of humanizes it and it feels like you're at a live gig. So I mean, we can dig into that shit all day.
I mean, Appetite for Destruction is the best Guns album, right? And it's the loosest by far.
I will say though, Clark, like you say like the guitar's sloppy, but I can tell you, I was 16, 17 in 2001, and Clark from Rufio was a shredder. Greg from Zebrahead was a shredder. It came through. Like, I know you think it's sloppy, but to us, it was like, this guy's fucking
sick.
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Is this our Eddie?
I think we said tight back then or something else, right? Dope.
Yeah, tight. Tight, dope. I still say those things.
Right? Yeah.
42, still say it.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess that's cool. Yeah, that's just how I feel, I guess.
No, and that's that's refreshing, honestly, because I think we've talked to, how many times have we done a retro with somebody and they've been like, it's cool, it's amazing, I'm happy about it. Like, I get that was what we sounded like then. It's a snapshot in time, right? It's especially when you're that young, like it's just where you were at that time. And if you feel that way about it, and it's gotten you to this point, you gotta have a little bit of respect for it, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not trying to knock any other guys in the band because, like I said, it was mostly me that I don't like, you know.
Well, I do the same thing every time I edit one of our episodes. I'm like, I sound like a dumbass. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Confirmed. No, just kidding.
I was just gonna say that you sound like. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you. I'm okay with it.
So, like we talked about how you guys have, you're kind of coming back when Perhaps came out, and I guess this is for you, Clark. Were you guys full time with the band? I think you just said you were 16, so maybe not. Like, were you trying to make it? Like, where were you guys at back then?
We were definitely trying to make it, but it wasn't full time because we were still in high school. Well, me and Mike were still in high school. Mike was a year younger than me. So when Perhaps came out, I was 17 and I was a senior. So we didn't tour until Mike got out of high school, which was a year later. So it was 2002. Our first tour was Strung Out and Poison the Well and Rise Against. And so I guess we were trying to make it, but in the beginning it was kind of part-time because we had no choice, I guess. You know what I mean?
I guess I didn't realize you guys were that young.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, we only did shows we could drive to in a day. So we would do Phoenix, San Francisco. I think we went as far as Tucson, to be honest, until Mike graduated high school.
So shit, that headlining gig in Worcester, you were 18.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I was 18. I think I was 19 or 20.
Oh, right
Yeah,
on.
pretty
Still
young.
young. Holy shit. Yeah, we love this context. Like, this is behind the music for us. This is insane.
I mean, there were
Yeah,
some
exactly.
shows. There were some shows where Mike and I weren't allowed in the backstage because it was at a bar. So we would sit in the van and wait to play.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
Nothing. We were just like, what do you want to do? And this is before cell phones, before anything.
Yeah, you nothing. You just stare at
Like,
each
hey, you
other.
want to play cards? All right, whatever, you know?
That's hilarious. Sum 41 played a gig here back in, I think, also 2000, and they weren't 21 yet, obviously. So they played the gig and had to like leave the venue ASAP. I remember that.
Yeah, that's
So-
funny.
Well, it's rare to have. I mean, it's 18, 19, not as rare, but like to be playing shows on a record like that at 15, 16, 17 years old. That's crazy. Like, it's just usually that's the band that you leave to hit the band that makes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to drive in Mike's mom's Astro van.
Shaggin' wagon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, I'm thinking a conversion van in my head.
Oh
With
no, the white Chevy Astro, baby.
with the
Those are
drapes. The conversion van.
Oh, those are sick.
Those things are
Is this
sick.
swivel chair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those were cool. I remember those.
I drove a Chevy Astro in college delivering car parts. So I went on tour around the state of Maine every day. It was awesome.
Tone can relate.
So Clark, do you prefer the new version of Dipshit or the old version?
The new one, definitely. It's tighter, play to a click. Jason Livermore killed the mix, so it sounds great, in my opinion.
And Taylor, you obviously do because you played on it.
Yeah, that alone right there.
Exactly.
But even if I didn't play on it, yes, I do prefer that version. It's just the audio quality and everything. The mix is just so much better. But yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved the bass and Rufio songs, like the intro to Still. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, dun, dun. That made me want to play bass.
Yeah.
And it made me quit too because I couldn't play it. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
I
guys.
think Scott told me to learn that song, and I forget the other one when I like auditioned or whatever, because we had been friends before that and I had been friends with all of them. And then yeah, when Scott was like, hey, learn these songs and come jam with us, and that was the one I learned. And yeah, I remember working on that one for a little while before I can get it perfectly, because it's all just that right hand, right? You know, the alternate picking is really crucial for a lot of those Rufio bass parts.
Taylor, had you been like waiting for that conversation, like, hey, learn these, we want you to come jam with us?
Yeah, I guess to an extent, yeah, because like we had been friends for like a couple years, I think, before that, and then they started talking about getting back together for the Anybody Out There album. And John, the original bass player, was doing Runner Runner at the time. And from what I remember, Scott in particular wanted whoever was going to play on the album to be able to tour, and John wasn't going to be able to do that. So I think that's what made them look for someone that would be able to do both. And yeah, I would be lying if I said that I didn't like secretly think, dude, come on, let me do this.
Yeah, I want to be here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what was it like when you finally were? Like, how was that?
It was rad. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy because like we were already good homies, and we had played other stuff before that. Like we did like an 80s with Clark and Scott and a couple of other of our friends. We did like an 80s cover band thing, I guess it was, right, Clark?
Yeah, it was like hair metal songs, Rat and Warren, and
so we had already like played music together, even though it wasn't Rufio. So it didn't feel too different or anything, but yeah, it was really cool.
So you mentioned touring. Are you guys going to play some gigs, or is this a studio project?
Yeah, just studio project.
And Taylor shaking his head no. What if the bag is big? What if somebody calls and says, hey, come to Australia and play our festival?
They already turned him down. They said, no, I'm all set with Download Fest.
The bag wasn't big enough, man.
Hear that out there, festival operators? Make the bag bigger.
Yeah. But it's not about the money. So it's about hospitality.
Yeah. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? We'll negotiate for you right now. What do you want?
Yeah.
I don't know what it would take, to be honest.
Right on.
To get you to Maine.
You don't have to tell us, but
Get you to
I
Maine,
will say
Clark.
this.
That's it. Come play in Maine. Just come play one show in Maine.
I always said I'll get a tattoo there too. It's my last state, you know.
Have to. Yeah, we
Or
can
a
hook you up.
lobster or something. You know?
Yep.
207.
There are some really good, actually, tattoo artists in Southern Maine. I don't have a tattoo, but I know of them because my wife has a couple. So
Well, I'll hit you up when I'm there.
we can point you in the right direction. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Well, if you think about it, guys, in that gig that I mentioned at the start of the episode was late 2003. That was after 85 came out, and obviously Perhaps was out. You guys would draw bigger than that tour now. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but like,
I mean, I don't know if I agree.
all right, if you guys, Clark, I'm telling you, if you guys said, hey, we're doing not a full US, but maybe 3 West Coast gigs, 3 East Coast gigs, you'd at least headline Downstairs Palladium. At least.
Bet him $1,000, Anthony. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah.
It might turn into 100 though. I've heard this.
Yeah.
I know how this ends.
No, I was sticking to 1,000. Taylor went down. I don't know. It's so hard because we did a tour after Anybody Out There came out. I mean, some shows had 20 people there, so it's like touring is like that, where sometimes you play New Jersey, let's say, and you kill it, it's 2,000 people, and then you play down the street, it's literally 3 people. So like that lifestyle messes with you, and like I remember those times playing for no one, you know, even though, and then you feel bad because the venue signs guarantees, so they pay you anyways, but they lost money.
Yeah.
And that's horrible. That's a horrible feeling. You know, like, oh, the guy's paying me out of his own pocket for the show that nobody came to. So I don't know.
I think this is a different era though. there's like snapshots in time where it's like pre-iPhone, post-iPhone. Well, there's also pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. I think in the post-pandemic world, man, if Rufio said, "Hey, we're playing 3 East Coast gigs," I'm thinking you guys can headline Roadrunner, which is like 4K, 3 to 4K in Boston.
I mean, we were just talking about how Brand New's headlining the arena in Orange where the Ducks play.
Yeah.
Like, man, that place is huge. That's got to be like 20,000.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh,
But they're also brand new, so they're at a different level. But still, like, man, that's amazing. Good for them.
There's a lot of bands from your era that are doing that, and I think even Anthony says 4,000 Roadrunner. I get that. Maybe that feels kind of pie in the sky, but like if you were to play a hometown show, I'm sure people would come out to that. You'd have a decent chunk of people that were like, well, they haven't played a show in how long, and they've got new songs, and maybe you're playing, older songs from, 25 years or perhaps stuff like that. I think there'd be an appetite for it. Now, I get not wanting to go out and like play 20 dates over 6 weeks. That makes sense to me, especially at my age. Like I wouldn't want to be in a van, or I wouldn't want to be sleeping on floors or any of that shit. But I certainly understand. Yeah. I think you do 1, you do 2 on the West Coast and 3 on the East Coast. I think people would definitely be into it.
As long as they could find babysitters, because I feel like our fans, like I was a Rufio fan before I was in the band, and I'm 41, kid and family and stuff now. So like everyone's old. Yeah. Going to shows is not as easy as it used to be.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if we just played 2 shows, we could bring it. But
it's
think about it. Think about it. We're just saying, think about it. And if you want to play an East Coast date, we know some venues in Portland, Maine that would have you. So, knock off Portland.
You know what's going on here? Because we called the Rufio reunion. Now we just want to call the tour, or like we want to be involved in something. We're like, hey, we're like, and we don't usually peer pressure this much. Like we're like peer pressuring, like you guys are good.
The
like,
first
no, we're
time.
okay.
Yeah. This
like,
is
no,
the
you're
first
really
time we've
good.
done this.
Like, no, your guitar parts on the first record are sick. It's like, no, they're not. Like, no, they are. It's like, no, tour. Like, we're not usually this aggressive.
To speak it into existence.
I will say this: coolest band with a backwards R on the cover of the album.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I also don't know how much like Scott needs to be part of that peer pressure, because he also would oppose. Like, I feel like me and Taylor are a little bit easier, or more persuadable.
Yeah, we're definitely more easily persuaded than Scott is, for sure.
I like having a good time. So
I can send him the video. Just let me know. I'll send him this whole video. He can watch the whole thing.
So on the spectrum of bands never reuniting, there's like Silverchair way over there. There's like Title Fight way over there. You guys are somewhere in the middle to close to that for live gigs.
Oh, for live shows, you mean?
For live gigs, yeah.
Silverchair won't play live again?
Never happened.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
That's a shame.
I hope Title Fight does, but who knows? The bag's not big enough yet.
Do they have like a Liam Gallagher situation with Silverstein too?
Oh, Silverchair.
Silverchair.
Silverchair. That's what I meant. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know all the deets, but
yeah, I would be talking out of school. There is something there.
Yeah, I think Daniel's got some stuff going on.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know.
The punchline with all this, guys, is we're stoked that there's new music that
right.
we're even able to talk
session.
to you. Yeah, for real, guys. Like, if we've been doing this for like 6 years, if you told us, hey, in 6 years you'll be chatting with Rufio, we'd be like, all right, we'll continue to do the podcast until that happens. So thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's great, actually. It was a good time.
Yeah, no, we're stoked for the new EP and anything that comes from it down the line, whether that's more music or anything, whatever you guys decide to do. We're here for that, because like Anthony said, we've been fans for a long time and dig the old stuff. Now dig the new stuff, and I think people will dig the new stuff.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, we're old too. Can barely make it to shows anyway. So even if you don't play, it's like I don't even know if I could make it. I got the kids. I got work.
Watch, we book a show in Maine, and then all 3 of these guys don't show up.
Oh my god,
we'd be there. But yeah,
we'd be crucified.
Nate's he's putting like a clause out, like an exit clause. He's like, yeah, I'm out. Yeah. He's putting it on record right now.
No, this is great, guys, and we are really excited for what you do have out there. And like I said, this is probably coming out the Monday after the EP has dropped, so go listen to it. It came out on Friday, and it's a banger. It's awesome for this time of year. It's awesome for really any time of year. But roll those windows down, crank that up, and enjoy it.
I love that you said that, because we're going for like a summer album.
Nice, yeah, you hit it.
And who doesn't love Clark shredding? I mean, come on.
Sick. Yeah, dope.
2026 Clark. I mean, 2021 Clark. Who knows? But 2026 Clark is on it.
Plenty of Clark shredding on this new EP for sure.
2001 Clark was stretch. So that's good that I got a little bit.
He would really like 2026 Clark, I think.
Well, I don't know. 20,
Oh man.
2026 Clark is too corporate.
Yeah, yeah.
oh, that is 100%.
We can relate to that too.
He'd be like, oh, he cut his hair when it's so out.
Oh man. I just got a haircut today, so I feel you. Yeah, this is great, guys. We really appreciate spending time with you, and we're excited for all the stuff that's coming. If there's anything, we love it. We love it all.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening to Podio Slave. We are at Podio Slave on X, Instagram, TikTok, all of the places that you can find us on social media. It's at Podio Slave. We are Podio Slave Podcasts on YouTube. Subscribe to us there. If you want to contact us, hit us up at podioslavepodcast@gmail.com. And hey, if you've got a minute, leave us a review. Tell a friend. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you.